What's up, guys? Welcome back to Matt's Collectibles and Cards. I'm your host, Matt, and this is a super serious video. I have recently done one of these, but I had to come back and talk to you guys again because we have another big update. I kind of called it. I was right. You guys were sitting there watching, and I was right. Shohei Ohtani, the week of the National. I literally posted the video July 30th. On July 31, there was the sale. I said it would be record-breaking. Boy, was it ever. $11 million. Guys, it was 3.3 for the last logo, man. And now we're at $11 million. What on earth? I had to come back. I had to break the suit back out. I broke out the turtleneck, guys. The turtleneck is here. All right? I had to get serious for you guys because guess what? Football season is quickly approaching. All right, we just had two of the biggest shows that are ever going to happen. The National and Fanatics Fest were unbelievable hits. We saw so many viral clips, so many massive pulls, so many massive deals done. And guys, now we're in that post wave. Some people thought that it would be like the end of the bubble. Guess what? We just keep chugging right along. Big sales after big sales. And now football season's quickly approaching, so I had to do a super serious video to come on here and tell you guys the 4 quarterbacks to buy right now. So we're just going to jump right into this one today, guys, because I'm fired up. I'm all over the place. That record-breaking sale, the National and Fanatics Fest being such big hits, football season around the corner, basketball and hockey right behind it, along with the MLB playoffs. Guys, we are heading into what is going to be a historic fall, followed by a crazy Christmas time and into the new year. I don't know how to tell you guys how fired up I am. I'm trying to stay calm for the sake of the video and the sake of producer Scott and the audio, but I am literally about to lose my mind. I literally had to put a hat on just to keep my top on. It's brutal. Guys, the 4 quarterbacks you need to be buying heading into this season are all obviously young guys, because in this card market, if you're not buying young guys who are still prospecting in a sense that have potential to, hit higher ceilings, then you're buying goats. And we know what buying the goat market is like right now. It's tough to get into. It's expensive. So 4 quarterbacks who you guys could realistically afford given any price point. There's multiple different options to get into these quarterbacks. We're going to start with my favorite, Drake May. I love Drake May. I think that obviously getting to the Super Bowl last year, there's a little bit higher point for Drake May's market than some other guys, but also I think that ceiling to get back there and to potentially win a Super Bowl. He's got a better O-line this year. A.J. Brown is in there. I think Travion Henderson with another season under his belt is going to be a big, big star this year. I'm interested, guys. I'm interested in Drake May. The price dip after the Super Bowl was interesting to me because it was a great buying opportunity. This offseason has been a very good buying opportunity for Drake May because prices have come down a lot since the Super Bowl. But it also gives you a glimpse into what the future could hold if we were to get back there and, finish the job. I like checkerboards. I like regular prisms because they have low gem rates. I really love his autographs, whether it's signature class or finest or Topps Chrome. I mean, even the unlicensed rookie Topps Chrome autos. Great looking cards. Drake May is definitely one of those guys who you can invest either a little bit of money into or a lot of money. And there's going to be a chance that, we run the table again here in New England and right back in the Super Bowl. And those card prices went like this throughout that whole playoff stretch. I would see the same thing happening again where we do it again. Moving on, Caleb Williams would be my second one I would say to invest in. They've obviously revamped that offense a lot. I think another year of him developing as a quarterback, the O-line's getting a little bit better. He's getting some weapons on the receiving end of things. I look for the Bears to have an overall better season than they did last year. I look for Caleb Williams to continue to put up big numbers. I think, obviously, I previously just said Drake May, but those 2 quarterbacks out of the 24 class are going to be your guys. I would invest in, you guys have seen the channel before. My PSA return. I got a Caleb Green prism that gemmed there was only like 40 of those out there. They're doing about $280 at the time that I sold that. So I would say to you guys, green prisms, obviously checkerboards, any sort of short print prism. But again, just like the Drake Mays, I would do tops from this year autographs. I would look into his unlicensed autographs as well from last year, because Panini didn't have any licensing rights to autographs for those rookie quarterbacks. So why, if you're not going to invest in those high-end prisms or select or whatever Panini products, then you should just get into the autographs, because those hold value as well. And it might be a different entry point into the pricing of it. On the younger side of things, I am a little bit on the bandwagon here. I think Jackson Dart is a good buy. I think that the Giants' ceiling for this season is higher than last season. Think about if Scatabo stays healthy. Think about if, not if, but the fact that Dart has a full season under his belt. What does him under center with this? I mean, it's not a fully revamped offense, but I think the O-line's a little bit better. I think the defense is completely different. But it's young, it's exciting, and they don't have not a lot of people are expecting a lot out of the Giants this season. Maybe people are expecting a big jump from Dart, but I think it's to be expected, because there wasn't a ton of production last year that couldn't be overseen on the second half. But I don't know. I think it's a good buy. Especially all of the Topps products that are coming out, whether it's Signature Class or Finest or Topps Chrome. All this new licensed Topps product, all those rookie autographs, they're doing crazy numbers. And everyone's expecting it to dip once the season starts. I'm not necessarily expecting that, especially if they win a couple of games. Look for those prices to maybe plateau or even go up a little bit. But I think it's a good hold for the long term. The last quarterback I'm going to say, and this one is a very controversial one. It's also from the draft class last year. I love me some Cam Ward. He won one game last year, I think. He scored a touchdown in the last season of the game, rushing it in, and then got injured. That was the end of the game, but he literally finished the season on an unbelievable play. Go back and watch that play, guys. It looked like Ben Roethlisberger out there 20 years ago. It was just a mountain of a man that no one could bring down. He's going to have a little bit better of an offense this year. He's got Carnell Tate. He actually has a decent receiver to throw to. I mean, obviously we're talking about a rookie who's unproven, but if you guys saw any of what he did in college, I think having a quarterback like Cam Ward, I think the two of them are going to be just fine together. Guys, I gave you 4 quarterbacks there. And just to finish that thought, if you're buying Cam Ward, same deal as Jackson Dart. You're buying his rookie Topps license products. You can get into the downtowns if you want. I just don't know what that last year of downtowns is really going to provide in terms of scarcity, because every single year that Optic and Donruss printed downtowns, they printed more as the years went on. They didn't print less. So is it a short print? Is it super sought after? Yes, but I don't know. I think that the Topps autographs and even some of the short prints that they've been producing, like those Acertates out of Signature Class, those clear cards, gorgeous. I think that's a short print that people are going to be chasing, maybe not as much as downtowns in the next couple of years, but give it some time. I think those cards will really hold some value. Guys, I want to finish it off with 2 more quarterbacks that, in case you guys don't like the 4 that I gave you, because you guys, can't let me be entitled to my own wrong opinion, I will give you guys these 2. I think that Bo Nix is an interesting buy. I think if you can get him at the right price points, I think it's similar to the other 2 quarterbacks from his draft class in Drake May and Caleb. I would buy those Panini super short prints or downtowns, kabooms out of Absolute, whatever you can get your hands on in terms of Panini. But I would be cautious with Bo Nix, just because I don't know what the value is right now in terms of what you could have got from it last year. The other one, I think that a lot of people have, been holding on for a long time, is Trevor Lawrence. I think it's been a crazy up and down career for him. He's also been in Jacksonville. I think people forget to take that into account a lot of the times. It's a brutal place to play. How many Super Bowls do they have? How many playoff wins do they have? Like, when Blake Bortles is one of your all-time greatest quarterbacks in franchise history, it's a problem. So I think what Trevor Lawrence has done with that organization in the time he's been there has been up to standard. I look for that next jump to come as the maturity progresses. He's now in what, year 6, 8? I don't even know. Time is a myth. Guys, those are some of the things I had to get off my chest because it's a super serious video. And because it's a super serious video, I also have to address a couple other things. PSA got so overloaded at the National that they had to shut down their lowest offer for grading. Crazy. I mean, you're already making shutdowns at the regular card submitting level, but to do it in person too, and to basically tell people that they're not going to be able to get their cards back in person at the shows, it's unprecedented. I'm not trying to knock PSA with anything I'm saying here. I'm just stating that we are in uncharted waters. It's unlike anything we've ever seen before. I've heard about PSA grading at the big card shows for years, and I've heard of long lines. I've never heard of total shutdowns for grading tiers like this. And maybe I'm wrong. You guys can let me know down in the comments. The other big thing that's super serious, the Cooper flag got pulled. The debut patch. Last I heard, the bounty was at 4.2 million. I'm excited to see what ends up happening with that. It's obviously a historic basketball card. It's definitely going to do bigger numbers than the biggest MLB debut patch, which is be the Paul Skeens. That was right around 1 million. Yeah, guys. I had to break out the 4 chains for you guys tonight. I had to put a hat on to keep my lid on. You know what I'm saying? It's metaphorical. I'm wearing the suit, and I'm trying to take things serious. Guys, I appreciate every single one of you who follows along. So thank you for every single like, subscription, comment. Guys, keep it up. You know I'll be here. You guys will be there. You'll be there. Or you'll be listening to me through this microphone. I don't know how all of that works. I'm a crazy person, all right? I'm just doing this for fun. Guys, I appreciate you. I'll see you in the next one. Later.